Hello friends, thanks for stopping by. Today I thought I would do a try-on of most of the things that I purchased from Sephora. Now I do have a couple of more things coming, I think. I have one more little box that might make it to me. And there was one item that I order two of. I'm not going to open the other one because while I was in the store, I checked the color and it was way off. So we are just going to have some fun today. And I wanted to do this today because it's open to everybody, I believe, until May 6th now. So a lot of these goodies were in my cart. Some I went into the store and like this, I'm going to try the, I think it's called Whey or Quay. Dry shampoo foam. I want to give this a try. It gets mixed reviews, but I did go in store to get it because it would have held up my order because it's considered hazardous. I also did purchase, Dr. Jart has a new mask, and this is called, well, there's actually 3 different formulas of this. This is Focus Spot. This is Dark Circle Micro Tip Patch. I would like to try this on camera for you, but it says the best way to do this is to actually apply it before you go to bed because the minimum amount of time I think is 2 hours that you need to wear this. So keep that in mind when you're in your Sephora that Dr. Jart does have some new mask out. I think he has a hyperpigmentation mask, and there was one other one. I think it might have been a pimple mask. But I went ahead and got the dark circle because, you know, menopause, I've always had dark circles, but with menopause getting less sleep, I tend to have them more often. All right, so those two, that one item will not be shown on camera. And also, I did buy the Pharmacy Natural Deodorant. This is the Freshen Up. I did go ahead and put this on today. I will tell you, it has a very pleasant smell. It's got tea tree and rosemary and lavender in it. But it really does have a nice smell, and it went on very nice. It's smooth. It's not, some natural deodorants have a tendency to be a little on the thick side and drag on your skin. This one goes on like a normal deodorant, and it is the Pharmacy brand. I do love many products from the Pharmacy brand. So check that out when you're in your Sephora. I'll let you know if I start, you know, usually when I'm recording, I do sweat. And I am a sweater. I'm not a glower. I don't perspire. I sweat. So natural deodorant is my way to go, and I want them to work. So, okay. All right. And so we're going to get started here. I've done all of my regular treatment on my face. So the first item I'm going to apply is by Milk Makeup. And this is the Hydro Grip Primer. I've heard many people on YouTube talk about it, and then when I was visiting my niece at Easter, she talked about it and said how much she liked this. It comes in a really nice container. It is plastic, and it's very simple packaging. It does come in a pump, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to use this on my whole face. I like my primer to address my pores a little bit, so let's see how it does. And this is all first impression, my friends, because I really haven't tried it. So there is one pump. It comes out a nice, decent pump. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start applying it. And then I'm going to do a sweeping action. It feels good going on. And I'm going to go ahead and pat it in the nose area. It does get tacky and sticky, as you can see when I pull my fingers away. My fingers do stick, and that's what you want. And it says to allow this 1 minute set down, dry down. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on my forehead now. Press it into the pore area. This is where I have a lot of problems, right in the nose. Well, I don't have a lot of problems. I have minimal pores, but you know, they have changed with age and with menopause. Whew, I'm thinking of doing a video on menopause. Because, and you let me know in the comments if you would really be interested in something like that, because I am someone who went through menopause naturally because it was not an option for me to take any hormone supplement products. So I had to do everything naturally, and I am telling you, everything that could have possibly been slammed at me was. So you let me know. Okay, so it does say, I believe it said 1 minute. Let me just check here. And it is hemp-derived cannabis. It's oil-free, silicone-free, gluten-free, cruelty-free, paraben-free, vegan. And it says pump 1 to 2 shots of primer on the back of your hand. I did it on my fingertips. Blend a thin layer onto the skin before makeup application. Allow 1 minute to fully absorb to activate the grip for all day wear. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let that set for a minute, and I'm going to just show these two products for you because I did get them. The Kerastase Elixir Ultime. This is my most favorite hair oil when my hair, to put it on wet, it just gives an incredible shine. So this is always purchased when Sephora has their events because even as a professional hairdresser, I can't get the discount because there's nobody in my area that supplies it. So I take advantage of the 20% off. And this is the first time that I have ordered the Kerastase Elixir Ultime mask. I have used several of Kerastase masks and they are all wonderful. And right now I'm experimenting with quite a few hair masks because I have another video planned for that. But let's see if the camera will grab what it is. That is the mask. And this is the oil that I love so much. Most favorite of all oils to put on my wet hair, okay? Because I have my favorites for dry hair, I have my favorite for treatments. Let me know if you want that as a video. Okay, so I did go ahead, I ordered the Farsali Liquid Glass, but because I really want to see how this primer does on its own, I'm not going to use this, but this one does say that you can use this on bare skin, or you can blend this in with your foundation, or you can top your makeup. So we'll see how it goes as I go along here. Okay, so the next product is the Touche Éclat High Cover. This is the Radiant Concealer High Coverage, and I did get it in 3, and one of you had left in a comment that you thought the 3 would be too dark for me. It isn't. Well, it isn't by testing it. Whether it oxidizes, I don't know yet. But I also did order the 2.5, and it should be labeled, in my opinion, as a corrector because it's so peach that you can't wear it underneath your eye without putting something over it, okay? So we're gonna go ahead with the almond. I did prime this so that I didn't have to sit here and pump. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to pump some out, and I'm just going to put a little bit around the eye area. Come on. I guess I didn't prime it enough. There we go. No, I didn't prime it enough. Hang on. Okay, so I have it placed on. So now I'm just gonna go ahead, and this side I'm gonna use my finger and just tap this around. Now this isn't going to be very brightening around my eyes because of the color I chose. But if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I don't really care for too much brightness under the eye, and I have something else we're going to use. Okay, so that is what the concealer looks like just using my finger. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do the other side, and I'm going to use my beauty blender. So I'm going to go ahead, apply this all the way around, and I have to go up all the way because of the strong vein on this side. This side's worse than the other side. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to take a sponge, and this is the Sigma 3D sponge, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pack that on, or pounce it on I should say, because at my age I don't want to pack anything on. And I think I like the sponge application best, but there it is for you to look at. I should have done my foundation first. You should always do foundation first and then your concealer, but I got a little excited, all right? Okay, so that is just one application of it. Like I said, I prefer the sponge side over the brush side, but we're going to leave it because we want to see how it looks by the end of the video. All right, so the foundation that I'm gonna go ahead and give a try, and this will come in a review soon, is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I've yet to wear this, and the color that I got is Patagonia. I found it really hard to find a color match. I did get quite a few samples of it, and the colors were all wrong, so I couldn't even wear it because, you know, I was putting it on when I was going someplace. So I'm hoping that this one is a perfect match. Now I will say, I don't like that it's not a pump. Okay, so right there, I don't like that. So the bottle, we don't care for. I'm just going to place it on the spots that I normally would apply my foundation. And this is a sheer glow. It's not a matte finish, so I don't have to worry about how much I'm using of it. I'm just putting some on the back of the sponge here a little bit. Really don't like that it's not in a pump. I thought they were. Maybe just the tester units are in a pump. I don't know. Anyway, I put a little bit on the sponge, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that. And the color is good for me. So if you're my color, Patagonia is a really good color. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous finish. Oh, this is beautiful, my friends. Just beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and go up around the nose. And it's playing really well with the gripping primer. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Where have you been all my life, Nars? This is really gorgeous. This is the kind of finish I like. I would have to say that this is going along the lines of Armani Luminous Silk, and a little goes a long way with it. Let me turn this way so we can see as I'm putting it on this side. Notice I'm not going up around my eyes because I don't want to disturb the concealer, but I am going to go. This is a nice sponge because it's very angled, so you have the round side to really blend, and then when you need to get in those tight spots, you can lift that up and it gets in there nicely. Let's do the forehead. This is really incredible, my friends. I don't know how it's going to wear. When I do my foundation review on it, we'll know that. I have a couple of more foundation videos coming up. One I already recorded is the Bounce by Beauty Blender. And then I do have quite a few drugstore coming up also. I already did L'Oreal drugstore and Revlon. Someone said that they can't afford the things that I review, the foundations. Just go through my foundation and you'll see that I've already done Revlon and I've already done L'Oreal. I have NYX, e.l.f. I have a lot of them coming up. But I'm trying to do a lot because my audience is made up of all kinds of, we'll say, budgets, all right? Okay, so this is beautiful. Now, I am starting to have a hot flash, so we're going to see if that deodorant works too. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I have to say this foundation is simply beautiful to look at. It really is. But like I said, a thorough review will come down the road for that. All right, so I had put in my cart the lavender powder by Fenty. I just got a little afraid. So I said, no, not gonna do it. So what I'm going to do, the girl gave me a sample because they were completely sold out of it anyway. I could have probably gotten it online, but I just didn't want to order it and then have to return it. So the girl gave me a really nice sample. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to do one eye, and I'll do this eye here, and I'm going to set it with powder because this is supposed to be a long wear concealer, so we're going to see how it does. So I'm just going to dip my sponge into the lavender powder, and this should also brighten up the under eye area. All right, I don't want to spill that in case I love it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, and I have to say no creases have formed, so I'm just going to go ahead and set that with the lavender powder. I also ordered the Jeffree Star concealer. I've never used anything by Jeffree Star, but his concealers are getting really good reviews. And I did watch his video of color swatching, but it was hard for me to really tell because of his tattoos. So I'm hoping that I've got some really good colors. All right, so there is the lavender powder underneath the eye. You can see it definitely does brighten, and I think it also helps to lift slightly. But that's just me looking in the viewfinder, and I really can't see that well. I've been changing my backgrounds, and this will continue. I buy pieces of fabric that I love, and I put them behind me, and it makes me really happy, and the colors are bright and fresh, and I just love them. So, and I like to change them with my clothes, so if I have something with a little orange in it, I like to have the orange background. And orange and me get along. Okay, so it did lay very nicely underneath the eye. I'm going to leave this side alone so we can see by the end of the video how it is playing. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to just use a little bit of the Glow Minerals, which is now called Glow Beauty. I'm just going to use a little bit of their powder in golden medium. A little bit of this. There's enough in the cap for me to just pull from the cap. My Sephora Pro brush, and I'm going to go ahead and just work that powder into that brush. I like to work it in, to be honest with you. I think it's just better for an aging face. So now the powder is distributed, and I'm just going to go ahead and pounce a little of that powder where I'm going to place bronzer. I can't wait to try that dry shampoo too. I mean, it does get some really bad reviews and it gets good reviews. So we're gonna have to see. Okay, so I'm just powdering nicely because I want to see how the primer works without powder, because some women don't wear powder. So that is what it looks like. It's really, that foundation has a beautiful glow, doesn't it? I wish I could hear you talking to me, because I know some of you are. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of bronzing powder on. I'm not going to go on about it. It's Glow Beauty. I really have been enjoying this. It's the Bronze Sunlight. And I get this from Freeze Beauty, which I will link below for you. And I'm going to go ahead and use the fan brush. Sephora again. I'm trying to use things that you can pick up in the sale. And I do love all of these things. I've already talked about them, but I want you to know that I really do love the things I talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to apply a little bit of that bronzer. And I like using this fan brush because it's pretty narrow. It's not real wide, and you don't get it all over the place, okay? So you see how pretty that looks? It's just a really nice bronzing powder. Not a lot of red to it. It does have a satin finish, but don't let it scare you off, because I am an aging woman with dry, wrinkly skin, and it plays really well on my skin. And it's not glitter, it's satin. Satin finish is okay for us to wear, ladies. It's once we get into the glitter chunks, we need to be careful. Okay, so I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. Go up around the forehead, and we'll run just a little bit of it underneath. Okay, we're not going to get crazy because I'm just going to the grocery store today. Okay, so there is the bronzer. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Buxom Mykonos. Somebody told me it is. Her husband was Greek, and she said it's pronounced Mykonos. So this is by Wanderlust. This is the Infused Blush by Buxom. These are gorgeous, and I'm using the Mykonos, which is a very, very orangey coral, which I really do like a lot. And now I'm going to take a very, I might even use a fan brush for this to show you. You can apply your brush with a fan brush. Now this one here is not from Sephora. This is from Target, and it's a fan highlighting brush from Sonia Kaushik. I always check her products out. She has diamonds in the rough. I mean, they are just hiding in Target for us. So I'm just going to lightly, these are very pigmented. A little goes a long way. So I don't know if you'll be able to see that that's just a small amount. I'm actually going to give it a little shake. And then I'm just going to lightly run that where I want my blush, and look at the beauty of that blush. It's simply gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply it to this side now. And you may have to pick up just slightly, just a little bit. Don't get crazy. And if you feel you pick too much up, tap your hand first. And then we're just going to go ahead. And I've been bringing my blush a little bit in, not on the apples, but I have been bringing it in because it just lifts my cheeks up, and I get accused of having a facelift or fillers every single time I do this method. So if you want to be accused, you do it this way too, all right? Okay, so now that is the blush, and then I'm going to go in with this just to make sure that I have blended it. And we're going to just sweep that down. So before I go on, I'm just going to sweep some bronzer. I'm going to take a little bit of the powder over my lids. I'm just, whatever's on the brush is what I'm using, because I really don't want to put a lot of eyeshadow on or anything. So I'm just going to grab this is the Sigma E40. It's a nice fluffy brush, loose, which is what I want. And I'm just going to go into my bronzer, and I'm going to pick it up. And I'm going to really load the brush up pretty good. And this will give you a soft, subtle definition to your crease without adding too much color. And I do this look a lot. And I'm just sweeping that bronzer into the crease, a little bit lifted on the outer edge. and you'll see it just lifts the eye slightly, and you can build it up as much as you want, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more, and I'm focusing on the inner eye now. And I'm going to open my eye slightly and just lift up on that. And I'm going to take it one more time and do the same thing again. Really focusing the color on the outer part. Look for today. I'm not really going to get crazy or put anything else on. So let me finish the other eye and I'll be back. Okay, so there I have the bronzer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and take the Mykonos. Look, I say it like with an accent, Mykonos. I'm just going to tap that same brush in just slightly. Little bit, make sure you picked enough up, but then give it a little bit of a shake. And now I'm going to take this, and I just want to put this towards the crease. I don't want to raise this color up, and this is just going to help to brighten the eyelid up just slightly. I'm not putting it on the whole lid, but I am accentuating just slightly that inner crease that's closer to the lid, so you can really see what I'm doing here. It's so subtle that you really shouldn't even notice it, but you know that something looks different. All right, so that is the eye. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to try the milk liners. Now my niece said these don't budge. She said, Aunt Tammy, she said they actually are hard to get off. So I have very good luck with the NARS VIP and not smudging on the lower part, because sometimes I just want that tight line. I don't want my lower lid done. So I'm going to go ahead. It does wind up, and I did get the brown. So I'm going to go ahead. Now I'm going to have to look in a mirror. I'll be right back. I lined my tight line, so can you see the difference in my eyes? It really just adds something to it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and I'll be right back. So I'll have to let you know how that plays. By the end of the video, I'll know. Okay, so let's go in and try the nude. And what I like the nude for is just lining the waterline, and this helps to just open the eye up and gives you a youthful look, really. No matter what eye look you wear, you can do this. So if you look at my eyes now, you can see that wearing the nude brightens the eye up and opens it up slightly. So we'll do the other side. Okay, so I have lined both of the lower with the nude. They go on very nicely. So we'll see how long they last for me. Okay, so next I'm going to try the Marc Jacobs, and this is the Velvet Primer. Now this was out of stock for a very long time, and I had been trying to get this even before the sale because so many people rave about this. Okay, so as I said, it's called Marc Jacobs Velvet Primer, and it is a flesh tone, almost a peachy flesh tone. It has a really nice brush. I'm excited to try this. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes, and again I'm going to use the Surratt lash curler. This was one of my recommendations. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my lashes curled, and we are going to go ahead and give this a try. So I'm going to use it just like I use any other primer, and I just sweep them on. And I really build up the roots and the outer lashes to really make my eyes look a little bit bigger. It's going on nicely. It is just a flesh tone on. Its brush allows you to really get into the baby lashes towards the inner eye. I'm going to go ahead and use the tip to really build up the outer lashes. And then I just go on the outer tips. And I make sure that my lashes are all separated in the way I want them, because when this dries down, that's the way your lashes are going to look. So make sure that you are applying it just like you would a mascara. Okay, so that is what it looks like on. You can barely see it because it is a flesh tone. So I'm going to go ahead and curl the other lashes and go ahead and put that on. Okay, so both eyes are primed, and I'm just going to go in with my Estee Lauder Sumptuous Knockout Mascara. I told you I do like this a lot, this mascara. It does get minimal flaking sometimes, so I'm hoping with this primer it won't, because it really is. It's got a nice brush to it. The color is nice. The formula is nice. So it really goes on nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and apply over the primer, and let's see how it plays with this mascara. It's gripping the mascara really well. And you'll notice sometimes when you're using a lash primer, your mascara just doesn't want to stick to it. That's what I mean by gripping the primer. You want your mascara to catch onto that primer, and this is doing a really good job. Really, the lashes have coated well. It's not even peeking through anywhere. So that is one coat with the lash primer. Pretty nice. All right, so I'm going to do the other eye and I'll be right back. Here's the finished lash look. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. It's nice because it just has a really small brush and you can go ahead and get it on these lashes really easy. Now I'm looking, as I'm putting this on, I'm looking at the Milk pencils. It has transferred slightly onto the nude, just a little bit. But I know that's important for many people. Okay, so there is the lash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the camera. I'm going to do my brows, and then I'll be right back to finish the video. Okay, I'm back with my brows on, and was in my favorites. The Anastasia Brow Gel Tinted in Caramel. It is great and a must-have if you have stubborn white eyebrows that will not die, okay? You need to really, and don't pluck them out because then you'll get thinner and thinner. And I have on Anastasia Brow Wiz in Caramel. So I went ahead and put my lip liner on because I wanted to put the coordinating lip liner from Laura Mercier on here. And I don't know, I may have left the new red that I just bought by her in Florida because I cannot find it amongst my stash here. So I am wearing the Giorgio Armani number 6 red, which is a beautiful orange red, but Laura Mercier's new formula also has a really nice red. So when I was in Sephora, I looked at the Laura Mercier display and they have one called Coral VIF, I think it is. Coral VIF, and this is her Laura Mercier Silky Cream Lipstick. Now this is for my red girl lovers, and this is an orange red for sure, the only reds I can wear. And when I am wearing a minimal eye look and maybe a bronzier look to my face, and I'm wearing my hair up in a little top knot or something, I always reach for a red. And Louie's favorite is a red. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. It is just, it's gorgeous. The tube is gorgeous. The formula, I think I have a couple of other ones in this formula. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply it. It is gorgeous. Oh, just beautiful. Look at that. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous red. Simply beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and it will end up on my Invisalign. I just know it. Okay, so now I'm going to try, that's it for everything that I think I purchased that I can put on my face for you. So let's just take a look at those concealers right now. The concealer that I put the powder under looks absolutely beautiful. It really does, and that lavender powder, it just, you can see the difference looking at my face. It just brightens it up enough, but not, it doesn't give you that aged look. I will say that this side here that I put no powder on has already soaked in slightly, and there is a pretty good crease of it underneath the eye. So it still needs to be set, my friends. Okay, so now we're gonna give this a try, and this is, I'm not sure, this is at Jen Atkinson's, I think her name is. It's either Way, Key, or Quay. I don't know what it is, but here we go. And I have been intrigued by this, and I thought I'm gonna buy it during the sale because it's kind of expensive for a dry shampoo. But this is a dry shampoo foam, and I've seen her use it, but of course this is her product, so she's going to absolutely love it. But I have read many reviews on it that it's really bad, and then some that love it. So I'm going to go ahead and take my hair down here, and I did not wash my hair at all today. I didn't wash it yesterday, and I washed it the day before at night, I think I did. Okay, so this is my hair after sleeping on it or whatever style I may have worn. This is what I wake up and I leave it up in my little knot on my head. And it's not really a greasy head of hair because I'm so dry that I don't get super greasy, but because I sweat so bad during the night and I have night sweats like crazy, my hair smells, and I can smell it right now. And I am not the type of person that will go out and hug somebody and have them smell my dirty head. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try. So now it says to shake the can well, which I did. It says, let's get real. And it says, hit restart for real with this unique foaming dry shampoo. It works without water to thoroughly cleanse and refresh hair while adding instant volume and just showered shine. And it says, for use on dry, dirty hair, shake it up, work a palmful of product onto the hair and scalp, reapply as needed. All right, so my ends don't need anything, so I'm not going to go in the end. So I'm going to focus it all towards the root area. So we're going to go ahead and give it a good shake. And then it says a palmful. Well, it doesn't really spray out nice, Jen. Oh, there we go. You got to hold the can more like this. So we'll say that that's okay for now. So I've watched her do it. And she kind of like rubs it around, and then she just puts it in the areas she wants it. And I'm going to take it on my hands and I'm going to go up underneath. This is pretty much what she did. I've seen people rub it together, put it all through. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the root area. And I'm going to take some off of here. I'm going to slide my hand up underneath. And I'm going to put it all around the root. It has a very strong perfume scent to it, which if you're trying to cover up dirty, smelly hair. I don't know how people go to the gym. Now I'm going to take, let me just finish this. I'm going to take it and go like this. And then I'm going to go up underneath the back. Because during videos, I see people and they're just doing, with their dry shampoo, the front of their hair. Well, do you think the back doesn't stink or get dirty? You have to do the whole head of roots. Okay, so on my hands, it feels like nothing except for it has a slight film left on it. So then she says to act like you're washing your hair. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to massage this in while I'm talking to you. So as I was saying, I don't know how people go to the gym, work out, and then go get dressed for work without washing their hair. Oh my goodness, I could never. But then again, I'm a sweater. And I don't mean the kind you wear in the winter. Okay, so my hair feels slightly damp. I'm just going to keep rubbing that in, and then I'll just kind of massage it through the lower part of the root area, because my ends definitely, they don't need anything. They're not dirty, they're still shiny, all that kind of stuff. So that's why I'm just going to focus on the root area. So now, because I am super, super sensitive to scent, I can tell you that the dirty hair smell is gone. I can't smell that, but I will tell you, these products are borderline too heavy with fragrance. There's that fine line for me that takes it from okay to headache. And if this doesn't dissipate, this will annoy me all day long. So the smell alone is more than I like in a product, okay? Unless it's a smell that I like. And this is very perfumey. And it's almost a sweet perfume, a floral, a strong floral. So we're just gonna go ahead and continue to just give that a good massage. Okay, so now I wanna wipe my hands off just slightly. Okay, so I have wiped my hands clean, and I'm just making sure they are dry so I can go in and see what this feels like now. In the viewfinder, it looks fine to me. It doesn't really look like it dulled the hair out or even weighed it down. It's supposed to allow you to still have lots of volume. Of course, I'm going to wear my hair pulled back because I have red lipstick on. But of course, I would have to throw like some loose waves in here to make it presentable. But anyway, okay, so when I'm feeling it, I can tell that I put something on my roots, but it doesn't it's not feeling like greasy or anything like that. So let me come in close. It did take away all the sleep look, and what's nice about it is it has left no white dust film at all on the hair. A lot of dry shampoos will do that, and that's why you have to massage them and really shake your hair to get all the dust out of them. I can see where it's going to start to look greasy during the day here. I'm quite sure of it because it's already looking a little bit to me. And, oops, sorry. And on this side, the same thing. So I would say that it does take the dirty smell out of the hair. But I think as the day goes on, this is going to start flattening out. So I'm not wearing my hair down. I'm going to wear my hair up. So I'm just going to pull it up and do it right here for you because I want to show you one other thing. This video's gone very long, but okay, so I'm just pulling it up and I'm looping it through, and then I'm just going to pull it through, and that is my hairstyle for the day, my friends. That is it. And some of these pieces will start to fall down and it'll look like, oh, so sexy, I planned hairstyle. Okay, so I'm going to put these earrings on. Now, this is so unlike me because I really don't like the look of these tassel type earrings and straw like earrings, but I saw these at Saks, off Saks, 5th Avenue in Florida. They're by Ava and Aiden. I'm going to look for them and link them below for you. And I just thought they were adorable, and they were on sale 30% off or 40% off, something like that. But I think they're so cute, and they help to really bring the whole look alive, I think. So I will link those below if I can find them. I think I can. I found the other pair that I had on the other day in a video, and they still had them on Saks Fifth Avenue, off 5th. Okay, so there you have it. That is my Sephora haul try-on. Love the lipstick, the concealer, and the lavender powder on this side, fabulous. The Milk eye pencils are pretty darn good, not as good as my NARS Via Pia because it has transferred down. Concealer on this side, it does need to be powdered. This foundation is stunning, stunning. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of my Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1, and I'm going to take my little shield that I use because these are straw-like earrings, and I'm just going to do this to cover them, and I have just set my look. Now the Farsali will have to come in another video. One more thing that I want to show you, and it's my little fan, and this had 3 speeds, so I'm going to turn up to the highest speed. It's up to the highest. Harley and Lula do not like this. And I'm just going to go over the setting spray, and it will dry it cool for me. Because I know a lot of people use their blow dryer to dry their setting spray. That is such a bad thing to do because it can break vessels. The heat can cause broken blood vessels in the face, and it also can cause other damage. So get yourself one of these little fans. You can go to my Amazon shop, which I will link below for you, and I have already selected for you, or you can just go through the link. But I do have an Amazon store if you'd like to take a look at things I buy from Amazon. I don't always talk about them in videos, but it's there. All right, friends, that's it for today. Sorry this was so long. Let me know in the comments, are you loving everything that you ordered from the sale? I know some of you are just getting ready to shop now. That's why I wanted to really come back and give you a follow-up on the things that I ordered and I'm really liking. The gripping primer does feel really good. My whole face right now feels weightless, absolutely weightless. All right, friends, that's it for me today. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that bell so you're made aware of all the crazy videos I'm putting up. Go out in the world and be happy, healthy, beautiful, and most of all, my friends, lovable. I love you all. BISOUS. I also wanted to come back and tell you the deodorant's keeping me dry.